I waited 3 years to become a father. We cried together when she showed me the pregnancy test. But a month later, I caught her in bed with her ex, and the baby wasn't even mine. But instead of falling apart, I stayed quiet. I played along, and at the baby shower, I gave her a surprise that ended everything. Stick around. You won't believe what I handed her in front of her entire family. My name's Kyle. I'm 34, work in IT, and I was ready to be a dad. My wife, Alyssa, and I had been married for 3 years. We were trying for 2 of those. Every month we hoped. Every month we cried. But finally, one morning in January, she showed me a test with 2 pink lines. We both broke down. She said it was a miracle. I believed her. I wanted to be the best husband, the best father. I started building the crib, planning the nursery, reading baby books on my lunch break. But 2 months into the pregnancy, she started acting distant. She didn't want me touching her, didn't want me going to appointments, said the hormones were making her moody. I backed off, gave her space. I didn't want to stress her out. But something felt off. One night I noticed she changed her phone password. She'd always been an open book type. Suddenly she was keeping it under her pillow. I asked her about it. She snapped. "It's my phone, Kyle. I'm allowed to have privacy." And then I saw the name Zach. It popped up on her lock screen while she was in the shower. Just a preview. I can't stop thinking about that night. My stomach dropped. Zach was her ex, the one she dated for 4 years before me. The one who showed up drunk at our wedding. The one she swore she blocked forever. I didn't confront her right away. I needed proof. So I took the day off work. Told her I was at a client site. Parked down the street in a rental car with tinted windows. At 11:15 a.m. he showed up. I watched from 200 feet away as he walked inside. She hugged him at the door. Not the way you hug an old friend, the way you hug a secret. 2 hours later, he left. She came out wearing different clothes. I followed him, tailed him to a hotel, watched him meet with no one else. That night, I checked our home security cam, hidden one near the hallway window. No footage. She disabled it before he arrived. She knew exactly what she was doing. I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. I kept seeing her in his arms, smiling, happy, free. She looked freer with him than she ever did with me. But I didn't confront her, not yet, because I had a plan, and it started with a lie of my own. I told her work was sending me on a week-long training out of town. In reality, I moved into a friend's guest house across the city. Every day I tracked her. Used a second phone to monitor the house cameras. Placed an AirTag in her car. Watched her patterns. And just like I thought, Zach came back 3 times that week. On the 3rd visit, she slipped. Forgot to relock the security cam in the hallway. This time, I caught audio. "I told you I'd handle it, Zach." "He's clueless," she laughed. "He thinks this baby is his." I paused the playback, heart racing, vision blurring. "He thinks this baby is his." She wasn't just cheating. She was planning to raise another man's child under my name. The next day, I ordered a non-invasive prenatal paternity test. Cost me nearly $200, worth every penny. I told her it was a fun gender prediction test I saw trending. She didn't question it. Sent her sample in with mine. Then I waited. 5 longest days of my life. The email came on a Thursday night at 6:43 p.m. I opened it in the car, parked outside a pharmacy. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. I just sat there, staring at it, hands shaking. I gave her everything, and she gave my brother would have been less painful than this. I went home that night and pretended everything was fine. Asked about baby names. Rubbed her back while she watched Netflix. But in my head, I was planning a party, her baby shower. Except the only gift I'd be giving was the truth. I booked a hall, sent invitations, catered her favorite food. Decorated everything pink and gold. She thought we were having a girl. Zach was invited too, of course. I made sure to mark him as +1 on her list. She smiled when the invite arrived. No suspicion, no guilt, just excitement. "You're the best husband ever," she whispered. 2 days before the event, I visited her OB/GYN. I asked a favor. I told her what I discovered, the paternity, the betrayal. She looked at me with sadness. "I'm so sorry, Kyle." Then I asked her to help me prove something else. Exact conception timing. She ran the numbers. Based on size, development, and test records, The baby was conceived during the week I was out of town at my dad's funeral. I was gone. She wasn't alone. She used my grief to crawl back into someone else's bed. That was the final nail, and I was done playing nice. The day of the baby shower arrived. Everyone we loved was there, her parents, her friends, my co-workers. Zach showed up too, wore a button down and acted like he didn't know anyone. I gave a speech, grabbed the mic with a big smile. Thank you all for coming today to celebrate this miracle. A baby we waited years for. But today, we're not just here to open gifts. Everyone leaned in, phones came out. We're here to reveal something even bigger. I clicked the remote. The projector screen lit up. Slide 1, a picture of the positive pregnancy test. Slide 2, a sweet sonogram. Slide 3, a photo of Alyssa, opening the door for Zach. Gasps, her mother covered her mouth. And here's the real surprise, I said. Slide 4, the paternity result. 0.0% match. Slide 5, a screenshot of her text to Zach. He thinks this baby is his LOL. She dropped her drink. Zach tried to leave, but I wasn't done. I pulled out an envelope. Inside this, I said, are divorce papers. Already filed, already served. Then I turned to Zach. And for you, a paternity acknowledgement form. Good luck, Dad. Silence. Tears. A few people clapped. I dropped the mic on the dessert table. Walked out, never looked back. What would you have done in my shoes? Silent revenge like this, or would you have gone even further? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'm reading every single one. I didn't stay to watch the fallout, didn't need to. I'd already said what needed saying. And honestly, I wasn't angry anymore, I was free. The next day, my phone blew up. Texts from her friends, from her mom, even from Zach. Alyssa sent a message at 3:12 a.m. You humiliated me in front of everyone. Why? I didn't reply. Because if someone can lie to your face for months, sleep with someone else, plan to raise their child in your home and mock you behind your back, they don't deserve an explanation, just an exit. The divorce moved fast, especially with the proof I had. Her lawyer tried to negotiate, tried to call it a hormonal mistake, tried to claim I was emotionally abusive. But the receipts don't lie. I walked away with the house, my savings, my dignity. She walked away, pregnant and exposed. Zach didn't step up, not like she hoped. He denied the baby, refused to sign the acknowledgement. It took a court order and a DNA test to force him. Not ready to be a dad, he said. I was just having fun. Ironic, isn't it? She destroyed a loyal marriage. For a man who couldn't even show up at the hospital. And me? I didn't just heal, I rebuilt. I moved out of that house, too many ghosts in the walls. Got my own place by the water, started running again. Joined a writing group. Even adopted a rescue dog named Chance. 'Cause that's what I needed, a second chance. And funny enough, that writing group changed everything. There was a woman there, quiet, kind, not overly flirty or flashy. She had her own scars, divorced too, no games, just real. We started slow, no pressure, no pretending. She knew about the baby shower story, everyone did. But she didn't look at me like a broken man. She looked at me like someone who survived. Do you believe someone can truly come back from betrayal? Or is once a cheater always a cheater? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious how you see it. A year later, I got invited to a wedding. A friend of a friend, guess who was there? Alyssa. She was sitting in the back, alone, no ring, no Zach, no baby. I don't know what happened, but I didn't ask. Some chapters don't need closure. They just need to end. She looked at me when I walked in. And I swear, there was a flicker of pain in her eyes, like she realized something too late. I gave her a nod, not a smile, not a wave, just a nod to say, I'm okay now, and I hope someday you will be too. If you've ever been betrayed, if someone you trusted turned out to be someone else behind closed doors, just know, that moment doesn't define you. Your comeback does. Hit that subscribe button, because this channel, it's not just about revenge, it's about resilience. And the next story we tell might just be yours. My name is Kyle. I thought I was becoming a father. Instead, I became the man I was always meant to be. Stronger, smarter, and done with lies.